Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of my No Man's Sky new series, the Atlas Rises and Beyond series, as it were. So, yeah, this is a game that I've been enjoying for, well, a little over a year now, and finally decided to do a proper series with it. The game has gotten quite a bit more to it. Just going to jump right in. I am playing it on the PC. I just recently built a new machine. My old one had a real hard time running it with any decent graphical settings, so I had, up to this point, basically been playing it on my PS4. And I did record some footage, like day one footage, and I uploaded some of that, probably, I don't know, maybe, I haven't looked in forever, maybe 6 or 8 hours of it to YouTube. Just completely uncommentated, uncut, and so that's there. There's still probably twice as much that's not up there that I just never got around to uploading. But we're gonna initialize. Oh, come on, cool planet, cool planet. You never know what you're gonna get with these starting planets. So it's a little cold. And it's got some radiation and some toxicity. Onlining all of our systems. Looking around. I will say the first planet that I ever started on, like, literally the day after launch day, because Amazon screwed up my delivery. The first planet I started on was the coolest starting planet I've ever had. I mean, it was just like lush. It was nice. It had the occasional storm that was a little bit cold, but otherwise it was a very like temperate planet. Decaying nuclear planet. Okay. So we've got some fauna, a lot of flora. Sentinels are pretty hands-off. And looks like we're going to have some radiation issues. Alright, cool. So, we got to fix, for those of you who haven't done this starting thing, I've done it about, I don't know, half a dozen times. And in fact, just one of them was like 2 days ago when I tried to record this initially, and did not have my 4K recording chops yet, and recorded 40 minutes of footage that I then had to throw away because it was worthless. But got that all sorted out now. So anyways, we need to collect some carbon and some iron to get our multi-tool all repaired. Got ourselves a nice little crater here. This should be some carbon for us. And this should be some iron. Yeah, I have to say I'm very excited for the Atlas Rises updates. I honestly have not gotten to play it a whole lot. And in fact, I haven't even started up my PS4 save, which is the same save I've been playing since launch, to try out the new stuff. Mostly because it launched while I was in the middle of building this new computer, and I really wanted to get it running in 4K. I don't have a PS4 Pro, so oh man, I need a little more carbon. So I have to rely on the computer for the 4K. So that was a big part about, some of the goals for this computer build was to run 4K No Man's Sky, which seems kind of silly to some people, but I'm a big fan of this game, so. I also really like what they've done with... Ooh, can I scan the Sentinels? Can scan the Sentinels. Patrolling. Function anomaly hunt. Whoa! That's cool, I hadn't done that before. Delta wave detection, whatever that means. Huh. So that's pretty cool. And oh man, look at all those dots. Those dots are all creatures. So there's a bunch of creatures. Anyways, I got a little sidetracked. I love how they've changed this interface. You get your mission log, which is super helpful. The local minerals is one of the most helpful things they've added to this display, in my opinion. As well as the critical exposure countdown timer. Before you always had kind of a nebulous idea of when you were going to start to take damage, but But there was no, like, you've got 4 minutes left. Can you actually make it to that next, point of interest kind of thing? Also, some of these, yeah, so this one has a primary and a secondary element. So if you mine that whole item, you'll get a little bit of emerald as well as the iron. Hey, buddy. Look at that guy. He's got like a rat/bird head on him. Let's see. You look like something I don't have scanned yet. I'm surprised you're not in the same family as the other guys. I think... Oh, hey there, buddy. It's a big dude. Well, not too big, but relatively large. Alright, so we're off to a good start. We got 3 out of 5. The scanner has gotten a little more precise, a little more sensitive. Let's see, we're going to need some plutonium at some point, so we might as well grab it right now. I think the plutonium now also has a chance to give you some thamium-9, which is kind of neat. Although thamium isn't typically all that difficult to find, but I don't know, the secondary elements are kind of a cool touch. I haven't quite decided how I feel about this mechanic, the you have to clear out the rusted metal. It's an interesting way to get you a couple, a few more credits in the early game, but I feel like once you have any sort of stream of income, or just better streams of income, then you're going to stop. You're just going to delete those items, and it's just kind of a roadblock to getting into the container. So this mechanic, which is new, that you have to repair the lock in order to open up the damaged machinery, is kind of neat. But for the number of nanites you get, it's kind of dubious if it's actually worth it. We also need iridium, which we don't have yet. So anyways, so let's interact with this. This I haven't quite figured out yet. It gives you a little iteration number. I'm assuming that's like, oh, you're, you are an iteration, maybe. I also didn't do any of the ARG stuff, really. Oh wow, Waking Titan stuff. But I've seen the number 16 pop up in several places just at glances, so I feel like it might be related to that. Containment prepared. So I'm going to broadcast. So it's detected a traveler anomaly. That must be me. Position is logged. And I am compliant, apparently. So imagining that that's going to just basically open up the Atlas path for me. Something else, this is a slightly different starting ship. The fuselage seems the same, but I'm pretty sure these wings are differently shaped than the old starting ship. I feel like it kind of went down and then came back up. I could be making that up, though. I've been known to lie. Alright. Look at our ship. I dig the new display here. Atlas connection intermittence. No launch thrusters, no pulse engine. I've awoken near a crashed starship. I can only assume it belongs to me, though I have no memory of it. No sense of it before. The crash must have affected my memory somehow. Well, at least I used the correct version of effect. Well, substituting data, the request log is lying to me. Exosuit connected, perform maintenance. I only have one option of which system to prioritize, so we will prioritize repairing. Alright, so I'm really excited to try out rocket launchers. I need to figure out how to switch weapons. So I can actually use that because it defaults to the photon cannon. Let's see, so we need 4 carite sheets for the launch thrusters and 2 plus iridium and zinc for the pulse engine. Alright, so I don't have enough to do more than that for now. That said, let's see, let's do a little scan. Oh man, we got zinc coming out of our ears over here. Oh man, I'm so not used to this whole like super limited jetpack experience. Those right there, that is a vicious plant. Those guys will attack you if you're not familiar. That's pretty cool. A neat little cave system looks like down there. That's a cool plant. That's one of the things that I really like about this game is that, you know, I'll wander out here with a mission, you know, looking for zinc, and I'll end up getting sidetracked. Happens all the time. I got some iridium over here. I don't need it right now, and my inventory is pretty limited. But I don't know. This game is just the embodiment of ADD and becoming distracted while on one goal. Just because there's so much cool stuff to see, which, I don't know. I feel like I... Oh, hey there, buddy. Oh, I've already found you, apparently. I feel like I share Sean Murray's kind of like vision of this game where I can just wander around this universe and find cool stuff. And that's really the impetus behind like my desire to do this series. This series is not like, oh man, there's going to be some revolutionary gameplay, you're going to get to see me do something that no one else can do. It's not that. It's just that, like, what I see, I want to share with people, and it's likely that even if you play the game, you'll never see this stuff, which, I mean, maybe you potentially could with the whole portals system that Atlas Rises has introduced, where you can learn, like, the glyphs to come to my portal and see my planet kind of thing, but, you know, it could take forever. You might not have any desire to go fly around all these planets and look for the creatures that I found on these planets, but it's cool that I can, or I think it's cool that I can share it with someone. So that's what it's about for me. In terms of, you know, goals of the series, you know, it'd be cool to, you know, find a home planet, get a freighter, build a base, build the exocraft, all of that. In terms of today, like episode 1, getting off the planet, that's the goal. Repair the starship, reach the stars, and, you know, if there's still time after that, maybe we'll get into something else. And as you can see, while chatting, I've just kind of like wandered over to this waypoint. And that's kind of the epitome of what I'm talking about. I just saw it sticking up out of the top of the hill and decided to wander over and look at it. And this is kind of how I play No Man's Sky. And now we've found a point of interest on the planet, which is pretty cool. Also totally space case. Like, I was coming over here also because there was Heridium, which is right behind there. That blue pillar is Heridium. And I think actually I'm kind of like supposed to wait. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. Oh, okay, I am. I just completely skipped the fact that it said to build a signal booster to find a deposit, because, you know, I've played before and I saw a big blue pillar sticking out of the ground not too far away, and I knew that was Heridium. So I just kind of ran over here. Yeah, which is cool. You know, save some resources on the signal booster. But my first planet, actually, it was a good thing that it was such a friendly planet, because I think I had to run like 8 minutes to get to the Heridium deposit that it pointed me to, which is just, oh, of course. Which is just a little wild. Like, that's pretty far to run in this game. I mean, luckily, again, the planet wasn't harsh, so I didn't have like a radiation timer, so to speak, but you know, it takes suit power. I don't know what I'm doing yet, because it's, you know, the first day I've ever had it. I'm going to overheat this damn laser so much. I'm so used to the PS4 where the controller will vibrate and tell you that you're getting close to overheating. So without it, I don't even think to look. Maybe I'll break that habit while playing this. And I'm going to grab some extra because I want to say, like, unlocking that machinery needed some. Yeah, 3 stacks will be more than enough. And now, for a second there, it looked, I thought the shadow was showing me through the ground. Oh, this is going to be kind of a pain to get across. I'm just going to the bottom. Unfortunately, I don't have enough jetpack to actually make it all the way across. And I'm kind of acting like I'm in a hurry, but really I've got a shielding shard that I could use to charge up my my radiation protection, which I might actually have to do. What I meant to do is this. I've got a minute 30, which, so I should have about 30 seconds-ish to spare getting back to the starship. One thing I'm kind of missing already, the planet that I started on when I recorded the 40 minutes of footage that I couldn't use. It was an awesome system. It had, I think it was 3 or 4 planets and 2 moons, but from the planet I started on, just like right in the sky, just above the horizon, was 2 of the planets and both of their moons, and it was all visible. It was just, I took a screenshot. It was fantastic. Yeah, I can't even explain how awesome it was. Alright, so we need some more carite sheets, which are iron, which means we're going to have to, oops, pop out here, get some, oh, that freaked me out. I apparently only had a very small charge left in my mining beam. Alright, now we're all set on that front. Actually, I think this should tell me. Is it not this one? There's some screen somewhere that shows me like the number of, oh there we go, 4 planets. Okay, so it's a Gek system with 4 planets, mild conflict level, which I guess is just how often maybe pirates attack you or attack the freighters in the system. I have no idea what a high voltage adequate economy means. Maybe the types of resources available. Yeah. So this stuff's cool. I like how it shows you this now without you having to leave the planet in your spaceship and look back at the planet itself. I think this interface is much more streamlined now. This is really nice. And it's also, you know, nice that it shows you up here how close you are to getting all of them. There's also some neat improvements you can make to your scanner that make the fauna worth more for scanning them. So that's pretty cool. It allows you to maybe like actually make a full-fledged like No Man's Sky career out of discovering, you know, new creatures and planets and things like that. Whereas before, it was kind of a crap way to make money. Oh, I guess that was because it had a secondary mineral, which is fine. I don't need that. But yeah, for me, like, you know, the exploration aspect is really fun, and I like finding new creatures. And if I could make enough money to buy, you know, freighters and Class S ships that way and stuff, then I would probably do that. But it's just not really a thing. Or it wasn't really a thing. We'll see. Maybe it... Oh, so close. There. No, not really at all. Huh. Really? Wow, I like perfectly ran out of iron. Also, if it seems like I'm fumbling with the commands or the controls, it's because I am. Being used to playing on the PS4, the keyboard controls, even though I love keyboard and mouse and it's actually my preferred way to game, it just trips you up. You put, you know, 100+ hours into a game playing it a certain way, and then you change up and your mind gets confused. Alright, let's see. 4 carite sheets and repaired. Now, let's see, how much iron do I have? Not a lot. So I like to make sure to get the pulse engine nice and full before we get out of here. No. What are you doing? Come on now. Move along. Move along. There you go. I don't know which one I was zapping. No idea. Got distracted by the sentinel. They would actually be kind of a pain in the ass right now because I do not have much in terms of firepower to speak of. So I'd basically just have to run away. Yeah, that's right. Keep going, buddy. And then as soon as he walks away, I'd just keep doing what he didn't want me to do. Alright, let's see. Is there any, like, close... Oh, that's right. I totally forgot this right here. I might need plutonium for that, too. Carbon. Carbon and iron. Which is interesting because oftentimes you don't need carbon for much of anything. Or you didn't. So it seems like they're giving carbon, I don't know, maybe a bigger role. Something. I don't know. Kind of rambling. Let's see. So let's ditch some of that in the ship. I think we're going to sell the nickel and the marrow bulb, but for now we'll put them in the ship as well since they'll stack better. Oh. Did I really? How did I not get carbon? The hell was that plant that I destroyed? Was that another marrow bulb? I don't know. Here's some carbon, or it should be. Oh, maybe I didn't have any free slots for the carbon. That's what it was yelling about. Probably. Seems like something I would do. Oh man, I didn't even see this before. This crap is so hard to come by sometimes, especially when you need it. But I don't have an advanced mining laser, so I cannot actually collect it, which is pretty unfortunate. Alright, let's get us some nanites, shall we? Nice, 23. Not too bad. Although, the items are typically in the hundreds and multiple hundreds of nanites per technology. You use the nanites to purchase technology from the alien races, and which technologies they have available seems to be based on which race it is. So like the Vy'keen will have weapon technologies, and the Gek, I don't know, will have like exploration technologies, and the Korvax will have science technologies, crap like that. So let's see, I think I've got some thamium. Yeah, alright. Oh, that's another thing. I like to keep the nanite clusters in my ship just because, you know, you end up getting a lot of them. Hopefully you can stack 500 of them. So it's just, I don't know, I've found it to be a good way to do things. This is just atmosphere. Sure is. Looks cool in the shadow like that. And of course I don't have an Atlas pass, so I can't open these little tubes, which is really too bad, but we'll get there. Okay, so I believe we're ready to take off. And before we do that, well, no, we'll be fine on that. There was something I was looking for. Oh. Oh man, spaced out on that one. I wanted to see how I switch weapon modes. G changes weapon modes. I'm assuming that's the same for the ship. Maybe. Let's see. Yep, change weapon modes is G. Awesome. I honestly never kept more than just the pulse laser before, because there are only really two types of weapons. Pulse laser and the or rather photon cannons, and maybe the other one was called pulse laser. I don't know. I always use the photon cannons though. So if we do G, oh, we got rockets. Should I shoot the guy? Oh wow, those take a while to recharge. Huh. Am I just like starting off my life in this universe as a pirate? Seemed like it misfired there. Maybe I needed to be locked on. Oh, hey, I hit somebody. Or it looked like I did. Ah, see right there, it looked like it misfired again. Oh, whoa, look. If you look just to the right of my little radar, you can see the, I'm pretty sure that must be the ship that I'm firing on. Oh, I hit one of them. Uh-oh. This might have been a bad idea. Because the controls for flying are... Oh, shit. Sentinel interceptors incoming. Yeah, I can't fly for crap on mouse and keyboard. What do we got here? Trophium. Alright, let's run away now. First thing I do when I... Oh, no, we're gonna crash. That's not good. Yeah, the controller I can fly much cleaner. Huh, destroyed one starship. Look at me go. That was not in the plan to launch and then immediately assault a peaceful starship. But, alright. Now I wonder, did that negatively impact my status with the GEC? Since this is a GEC system. No, I'm pretty sure you start at that. Yeah, okay. So it didn't. That's cool. I don't know if there were any... Hey look, a habitable base. I don't want this habitable base, but there's one right there. Look at that. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna go land at this shelter over here now that we've, you know, become an infamous pirate on our home planet. Can't believe that. Well, I got to try out my rockets and they did not seem very effective, so I don't know, maybe I'll have to give them a, you know, a more thorough try in space or just at a later date. Give them another shot when I'm not randomly, accidentally becoming a pirate. Or I guess I can't say it was accidental. I did do it on purpose. I did shoot at the ship on purpose, but what are you gonna do? Look at that, getting nanite rich. I think I got you already. Ooh, hey look, your buddy. New species, 4 out of 5. So it doesn't seem like they have any more of like the subspecies scanning. Previously, you could scan a creature and it would say like this is part of an already known species, but it was a new. I forget exactly how they classified it, but basically a subspecies, and it didn't count towards the overall like number of possible fauna on the planet. It wouldn't be in this big number here, but it would be another, you know, type of creature. So it was kind of strange, but also kind of neat. And it was helpful because you could make more money that way, because you could get, you know, there might only be 5 unique species on the planet, but you could end up scanning like 15 or 20 that you got paid out for, basically. What are you? That is an interesting rock formation. 77% metal content. I just realized that I did not go in the main building over here. Probably should do that. after I see if this damaged machinery takes the same stuff to repair it. It does. Damn, that's a lot of iridium you gotta be carrying around with you all the time for a couple of nanites. Looks like there might be some iron. That's deuterium. It's probably carbon. Oh no, it's iron. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess also something to note as part of kind of the overall thoughts behind this series is if there's any like grindy stuff, like some of the modules that you'll want to build later for your suit and your ship, at least historically have cost, you know, in the thousands of some of the resources like emerald or gold. Why does this guy have a target on his head? That seems like some debug. Whoa. Yeah, that kind of feels like... Oh, look, what is that? There's more. This really feels like debug code or something. This is in here. I was already in here. It's just like a floating... Huh. I didn't even notice that before when I walked in. Maybe it was there. Now I totally lost what I was rambling about. Yeah. So I'll probably cut... Whoa. Holy crap, this is new. Hi there. Is this what I look like? It does say traveler. And I'm a traveler. Are you me? I'm gonna take a picture of her butt. I wish I could get a little further back. I'm just trying to get like all angles. That's something else worth noting. I tend to abuse the photo mode. Look at that. It's like a brain is sticking out the back of her head. It also kind of looks like a butt. Just got a butt head. Alright, well let's talk to this Traveler Eforn. Eforn? Have you come for me? Maybe. Seems to stare right through me as if they are not truly there, or as if I'm not truly there. Wait, this thing has an exosuit on? Maybe like an exoskeleton. Splattered across its face. I'm gonna say they're forgiven. Oh. Well, I messed that one up. 'Cause it's agony. What I must. I wanted to spread happiness and joy. Would you like some? Yeah. Traveler Eforn. So this must be the new race that was introduced. It'd be kind of cool if that meant this was one of those like alien weapons that was hard to find. Oh my god, I'm not even close to being able to afford this. Like, look at this thing compared to mine. Oh man. The bonuses aren't very much, but the slots are just night and day. That's something else worth noting too. Like now there are these technology slots in starships. That's awesome. So you can install technologies without removing inventory space. And the same goes for the exosuit. You've got your tech slots that you can install in. And I'm assuming you can unlock these in a similar way to the general inventory and also the cargo, which I think, from my understanding, it'll probably just stack more, almost like your starship. So I don't know. I'm very interested to find that stuff out too. However, let's get rid of some of our junk. And by junk, I mean things that I don't have an immediate use for. Because certainly, I'm interested to see these things too. I don't know if I'll be able to make them or what. Like, holy crap. 11,000 per? Yes, please. And get rid of that stuff. The trophium. What I got for shooting down that peaceful transport ship. Oh well. It's a rough world. This is also interesting. It seems like a slightly different layout to the interior here. Even if it is generally the same, like this wall, I think feels new. Anyways. So that's interesting. Those are new creatures that I had not seen before. Oh, there we go. Haha, that's the final species. Tell you what, birds used to be impossible to scan. There are planets where I have 13 out of 14 creatures discovered because I could not get the birds to scan, even though I found them. They would not scan. And that was a known bug. They fixed it in one of the patches. You had to be perfect. I spent hours trying to get some of these damn birds to scan. Alright, anyways, enough of that ranting. Let's see, let's upload some of those guys. And that. Let's see. I should probably name my starting planet. Let's call it Zitse Prime, because I have no creativity at all. Oh man. Yeah, also the channel's overdriveTD, but my username is Zitse, and the username Zitse goes back to playing World of Warcraft in middle school when it first released. And I don't know, my buddy made his character, it was a dwarf and with a Russian sounding name, and I wanted to have a Russian sounding name, so I came up with Zitse, and I don't know, Zitse Cone has stuck with me for all these years. However, oh wait, sorry, that's a drop pod, which will probably expand my inventory space. I was about to say we're jumping off planet, but no. Just one more brief sidetrack over to this little spot. Hey, buddies. And we'll grab that. Night crystals. Wonder if that's what the Nightman uses when he cometh. Alright, let's see if this is still free the first time around, because I almost certainly won't have the cash for it. Okay, so that's a general slot. Now, can I do this? Oh, you can! Wait, is that not giving me a cargo slot? Oh yeah, it looks like it would. Oh my god, that's 50 million? Or is it 1,000? 50,000, okay. Whew! I couldn't tell if there were more zeros at the end there at first. Okay, so a regular slot is free, a tech slot is 1,000, and a cargo slot is 50,000. Damn. I think I gotta go free slot for now. I don't have a whole lot of tech upgrades yet. So, alright, yeah, we're gonna go with that. I already discovered everything, I guess, so I don't even have a need to do that. Man, I just want to like run over and look at like, what's that? Oh! Hey guys, I figured out what that weird little like debug target is. I think there might be an issue. I'm not sure that's the exact, you know, high-res texture that they want to be using for that, for like a point of interest that you've scanned. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's not the one I would pick. So, anyways, yeah, I just want to run over there and look at that. Want to run over and, well, that's where I am right now. See, this is annoying me also, that the question marks don't disappear. Like, I've discovered this now. There's no need for a point of interest question mark. That's just going to cause me to accidentally come back to the same one. Oh, look, there's another beacon up there. Could totally go look at that. Yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff I get totally sucked into running around the world. But no, we're going into space. That's That's our mission, and we're sticking to it. Alright. Are you folks ready for this? Our first time blasting off of a planet into space. I'm just kidding, it's not that exciting. It's a little exciting. Alright, and we are now in space. We got a nice little freighter fleet up there. Let's see if we can find any other planets on the horizon. Possibly over this direction. The exact opposite way I turned. Haha, there's a planet. Looks like a water planet. Ah, this is something else they did. Now it doesn't tell you the planet name until you scan it, which totally legitimate in my opinion. And then you can see, you know, it's a glacial planet, so I was kind of right in that it's frozen water, not water. Or I guess it could be any glacier. It doesn't have to be a water glacier, but it shows it's unmapped, so no one's been there. Now this planet is just kind of almost out of view. Oh, I missed it with the scan. Oh well, whatever. So there's our space station, and over here is our next point of interest, which I assume is on the other side of that planet, which is why it's popped up there. However, we are going to head to the space station. And luckily we'll get there in a minute instead of 2 weeks. And oh look, 2 more planets. Well, now we found them all. Haha. Alright, so I think that'll about wrap it up for this this first episode. Hopefully you've had as much fun as I have exploring these planets together. Or I guess it's just part of one planet together. But we're going to explore more, I promise. So, yeah, I'm going to head to the space station, and I guess I kind of already unloaded the craft. Well, I've got a couple more things I can sell. So anyways, we'll explore, next episode we'll explore the space station a little bit, and then we'll hop on over to that other planet and continue on our noob quest, if you will, to fuel up our spaceship, and then eventually jump to the next system, which we probably won't do until we've explored all the planets in this system. I'm kind of a completist like that, but well, since we're here, I guess I'll just hold off on cutting it until I've shown my lack of prowess at docking in the space station. Gotta love the epic music too. Oh man, the sound design in this game is fantastic. Anyways, with that, guys, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time in No Man's Sky. Take it easy.